Okay, so you want to make some smart investments, right? You're thinking luxury property, maybe. But you also want to be, responsible, think about the planet, all
Right.
that good stuff.
Of course, yeah.
Well, we are diving deep today into whether sustainable luxury villas in a place called Phuket.
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 Okay,
Not Phuket.
got it.
Phuket are a good investment for you.
Right.
And to help us figure this out, we're looking at some insights from a company called OceanWwp.
Okay.
Now, they're a pretty big deal in the luxury real estate world, especially in Phuket.
Interesting.
They've been around since 2004.
Wow.
And their director, Sandra O'Neill, she's helped like thousands of families and investors
Thousands.
find their dream properties in Phuket, and also a nearby island, Koh Samui.
Okay.
So they know their stuff.
They must.
So in this deep dive, we are going to unpack all the juicy details.
Right.
We'll see what makes these eco-friendly villas so special.
Okay.
The money side of things.
Right.
Can you actually make a good return?
Yeah, the financial benefits.
Exactly, the financial benefits.
Mhm.
Where are the best spots in Phuket to invest?
Right. Location, location, location.
The whole sustainability trend, is it just a trend or is it here to stay?
Good question.
What kind of lifestyle are we talking about here?
Yeah.
How does the whole Phuket real estate market actually work? What about the legal stuff, especially for us? If we're not from Thailand,
Right.
then we'll look at the challenges, the nitty-gritty stuff.
Okay.
And of course, some tips for first-time investors.
Makes sense.
And we'll wrap it up by looking ahead. What does the future hold
Yeah.
for this whole eco-friendly luxury villa thing in Phuket?
All right, I'm ready.
By the end of this deep dive, you will basically be a Phuket property expert.
Well, almost.
Almost an expert. But seriously, you'll have all the info you need to make a smart decision.
I like it.
So let's jump right in.
Let's do it.
So one of the things that really struck me about this whole thing with eco-friendly luxury villas
Is that it kind of challenges the traditional idea of what luxury means.
Yeah, I see that.
Right? Like, for so long, luxury was all about, extravagance.
The excess.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But now it seems like there's this shift happening
Right.
where people who can afford the best also want to be mindful of their impact on the planet.
It makes sense, though, right?
It does. It totally does.
It's like a new kind of luxury,
Exactly.
conscious luxury.
Love that conscious luxury.
Yeah, well.
So let's paint a picture for our listeners here.
Okay.
Imagine waking up in this incredible villa. You've got those stunning Phuket views.
Right, those turquoise waters.
Exactly. Crystal clear water,
Yeah.
lush greenery everywhere.
Paradise.
Total paradise. But your villa, it's not just beautiful.
No
It's also designed to be super eco-friendly.
Interesting.
So you're living in luxury,
Right.
but with a much smaller footprint.
I like that a lot.
It's like having your cake and eating it too, right?
Okay, so how do these villas actually achieve that?
Good question. Well, they're using some clever strategies.
Okay, like what specifically?
Well, first off, they're really focusing on energy efficiency.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, so things like solar panels to generate electricity
Right.
and energy-efficient appliances.
So you're saving money on your electricity bills, too.
Exactly. It's a win-win.
I like it.
And then there's water conservation,
Oh, right. Water is precious.
especially on an island like Phuket.
Yeah, you don't want to be wasting that.
No. So they're using things like rainwater harvesting systems.
So they collect rainwater and use it for things like watering the gardens.
Exactly. And even for things like flushing toilets.
Oh, wow, that's smart.
Yeah, it all adds up.
And they're also thinking about the materials they use, right?
Oh, absolutely. They're all about sustainable materials.
Like what?
Well, things like bamboo, which is fast-growing and renewable, and also recycled wood.
So they're minimizing waste.
Exactly.
And it's not just about the practical stuff, right?
Right.
It's also about the design.
Yeah, the whole vibe.
The vibe, exactly.
They want to create this seamless connection between the indoors and the outdoors.
I love that.
Yeah, it's so Phuket, you know?
So it's not just like plunking down a modern box on the landscape
No. It's about respecting the environment.
and blending in.
Yeah, they use a lot of natural materials like we talked about.
Right.
Lots of open spaces.
So you can really feel connected to nature.
Exactly. It's all about creating that sense of tranquility and well-being.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Doesn't it?
So it's not like you have to choose between luxury and being eco-friendly.
Yeah, no, not at all.
You can have both.
You can have it all.
That's the dream.
It is.
And it seems like these developers in Phuket, they're really getting that.
They're on it.
They're on it, yeah.
And they're catering to a growing market.
Right. Because more and more people want that
Exactly.
like conscious luxury.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's talk money.
The important stuff.
The important stuff, right?
Knowledge.
Because let's be real, investing is about making a good return.
Of course.
So what's the financial upside of these eco-friendly villas?
Well, the article from OceanWwp suggests they have some pretty strong potential.
Okay. I like the sound of that.
Yeah. So first of all, Phuket is a huge tourist destination.
Everyone wants to go to Phuket.
I know, right?
It's on everyone's bucket list.
Yeah. So there's a constant demand for high-end accommodation.
People want luxury.
Exactly. They want the best.
And these villas, they're perfect for that.
They are.
They're spacious.
Mhm.
They've got all the amenities.
Private pools, all that?
Exactly. They offer a level of privacy and exclusivity that you just don't get in a hotel.
Right. And that's what people are willing to pay for.
So you could potentially get some really nice rental income.
Yeah, the rental yields can be pretty impressive.
Okay, so that's the short-term income.
Mhm.
But what about the long-term?
Well, there's also the potential for capital appreciation.
Meaning the value of the property itself goes up.
Exactly.
Why is that likely to happen in Phuket?
Well, a few reasons.
Okay.
Phuket's just a really desirable place.
Like we said, everyone wants to go there.
Right. And that demand drives up property values.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, Thailand's economy is pretty stable.
That's good.
Yeah, it gives investors confidence.
So it's not like a risky investment.
Not as risky as some other places.
Right.
So all signs point to property values in Phuket continuing to rise.
Especially for these luxury properties.
Exactly. They're in high demand.
So you could be looking at a nice little profit in a few years.
Potentially, yeah.
Potentially nice little profit. I like it.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so rental income, potential for appreciation.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
Well, there could be some tax benefits, too.
Ooh, tell me more about that.
Now, this is where it gets a little tricky.
Okay.
Because the specifics depend on your individual situation.
Right.
And the way you structure your investment.
Makes sense.
But generally speaking, there might be some opportunities for deductions.
On things like property taxes.
Yeah, and possibly even some exemptions, depending on the type of investment.
So it's definitely worth talking to a tax expert.
Absolutely, someone who knows Thai property law.
Yeah, they can help you figure out how to maximize your returns.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've got potential rental income. We've got the possibility of appreciation.
Mm,
And we might even be able to save some money on taxes.
sounds good to me.
It does sound pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's say you're convinced.
All right.
You're ready to invest.
Mm-hmm.
Where in Phuket should you be looking?
The $1,000,000 question.
$1,000,000 question, literally.
Right.
Luckily, OceanWwp, they've got some insights on that too.
Okay, let's hear it.
They've identified 3 key areas.
3.
3 areas that are particularly hot for these eco-friendly luxury villas.
Interesting. Okay.
First up, we've got Bang Tao.
Bang Tao.
Bang Tao.
Okay.
And this area, it's all about luxury and nature.
Sounds nice.
It is nice.
Yeah.
So you've got a beautiful long beach, upscale resorts, and a really relaxed vibe.
So it's not too crazy.
No, it's not like a party central.
Sure.
It's more laid back, sophisticated.
Got it.
Now, in terms of investment potential, the villas in Bang Tao often have stunning views.
Ocean views.
Ocean views, yeah.
Amazing.
And easy access to the beach.
Right on your doorstep.
Plus, there are tons of restaurants and shops.
So everything you need is right there.
Exactly. You don't even need to leave.
Perfect.
And it's also super convenient because it's close to the airport.
That's a big plus.
Huge plus, especially if you're flying in from overseas.
Yeah.
And if you're into golf, there are some fantastic courses nearby.
Oh, even better.
So it ticks a lot of boxes.
It does.
Bang Tao.
Okay, Bang Tao.
Next up, we've got Kamala.
Kamala. Okay.
And this one's known for being super family friendly.
Nice.
Yeah, so if you're thinking of renting out your villa to families, Kamala's a great option.
Makes sense.
It's a bit more laid back than Bang Tao.
Even more relaxed.
Even more relaxed, yeah. It's got a nice beachfront and a really strong sense of community.
So it's like a little village.
Kinda, yeah. It's got that cozy vibe.
I like that.
And the villas in Kamala, they're often designed with families in mind.
Some more space.
Your space, yeah.
Maybe some kid-friendly features.
Exact things like playgrounds or kids clubs.
That's great.
And Kamala Beach itself, it's perfect for swimming and sunbathing.
Safe for kids.
Safe for kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, the water's calm and clear.
Sounds idyllic.
It is pretty idyllic.
Okay, so that's Kamala family-friendly.
Family-friendly Kamala.
Got it.
And then the third area.
Okay.
This is for the people who really want to get away from it all.
The introverts.
The introvert, exactly.
Okay, tell me more.
This area is called Lay-In.
Lay-In.
Lay-In. And it's all about peace and quiet.
I'm already sold.
Uh-huh. I know, right?
Sounds like my kind of place.
It's more secluded,
Okay.
It's got a beautiful beach, but it's much less crowded
Even better
than the other two.
Yeah.
So you can really relax and enjoy nature.
It's less perfect.
It's not totally isolated, though.
Okay.
There are still some great restaurants and bars.
So I can still get a good meal.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And if you're into water sports, Lane's a great spot for that.
Like what kind of water sports?
Well, you've got kayaking, paddle boarding.
Fun.
Yeah, it's a good mix of relaxation and activities.
Lane, the secluded paradise.
Secluded paradise. I like it.
Okay, so we've got Bangtao Kamala and Layan.
Those are your top 3.
Good to know.
And each one has its own distinct personality.
Right, different vibes for different people.
Exactly. So you can choose the one that best suits your lifestyle.
And your investment goals.
Exactly.
Okay, so now I'm curious about this whole demand for sustainable properties.
Right. Is it just a fad?
Yeah, is it going to fade away?
Or is this something more permanent?
A real shift?
A real shift, yeah.
Well, Ocean Worldwide seems to think it's the latter.
You think it's a real shift?
They do, based on their experience. They're seeing a growing number of buyers who are specifically looking for eco-friendly options.
So it's not just a niche market anymore.
No, it's becoming mainstream.
Interesting.
Yeah, and it's not just driven by like a sense of doing the right thing.
Okay.
It's also becoming financially savvy.
How so?
Well, think about it. Eco-friendly properties, they tend to have lower running costs.
Right, because you're saving on energy and water.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
they also tend to attract a certain type of tenant or buyer.
People who are willing to pay a premium for sustainability.
Exactly. So it can actually boost your rental income and property value.
So it's not just good for the planet, it's good for your wallet, too.
It's a win-win situation.
Win-win situations.
We all do.
Okay, so let's say you do invest in one of these eco-friendly villas.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of lifestyle can you expect?
The fun part.
The fun part.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, you get to enjoy all the amazing things Phuket has to offer.
Right. The beaches, the food, the culture,
Exactly.
the nightlife.
The nightlife. Mm-hmm.
But on top of that, you also get access to some pretty exclusive perks.
Ooh, like what?
Many of these luxury villa developments, they have their own private communities.
So it's like a little world unto itself?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
And within these communities, you've got all sorts of amazing amenities.
Like what kind of amenities?
Well, we're talking infinity tools,
Nice.
state-of-the-art gyms,
Uh-huh.
spas,
Oh, wow.
sometimes even things like tennis courts or golf courses.
That's incredible.
It's like living in a 5-star resort,
You own it.
but you own it. Exactly.
That's the dream.
It is pretty dreamy.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get real for a moment.
Okay.
Phuket's real estate market. It's not all sunshine and rainbows, right?
Right. Every market has its challenges.
Exactly.
So what are we looking at here?
Well, one potential challenge is market saturation.
Meaning too many villas, not enough buyers.
Exactly.
Okay.
Phuket's a popular place.
Very popular.
So there's always a risk that developers could build more villas than the market can absorb. And that could drive down prices.
Exactly. It could affect your rental income and your resale value.
So how do you avoid that?
That's where research comes in.
Research, okay.
Yeah, you need to really understand the local market.
Mm-hmm.
Look at things like occupancy rates, average rental yields.
Right. See what's already out there.
Exactly.
Okay. Makes sense.
And you need to make sure your villa stands out.
Right. It needs to have something special.
Exactly. Whether it's the location, the amenities, or the design.
It needs that wow
The
factor.
wow factor, yeah.
Got it.
Another challenge is that environmental regulations are getting stricter in Phuket.
Oh, that's good though, right?
It is good. It's good for the environment,
Yeah.
but it could also mean higher costs for developers and property owners.
How so?
Well, they might need to use more expensive materials
Okay.
or invest in more sophisticated waste management systems.
Right. To comply with the regulation.
Exactly. So that's something to keep in mind.
Okay.
And then there's the challenge of actually maintaining those eco-friendly standards.
Right. It's not a one-time thing.
It's not a one-time thing. It's an ongoing commitment.
Yeah. You got to keep it up.
You got to keep it up.
Okay.
So you need to think about things like regular maintenance of your solar panels,
Mm-hmm.
making sure you're using eco-friendly cleaning products.
Right. All the little things.
All the little things, yeah.
It's a lifestyle.
It is a lifestyle.
Okay.
So it's not just about ticking a few boxes.
No. You have to really believe in it.
You have to believe in it.
Yeah. All right. So challenges noted.
Challenges noted.
What about advice for first-time investors?
Yes, good question, because this can all seem a bit overwhelming, right?
A little bit.
So what does Ocean Worldwide recommend?
Well, first and foremost, they say do your research.
Always good advice.
It is the foundation.
The foundation of any good investment.
Exactly. Don't just rely on pretty Pictures and marketing materials.
Right, dig deeper.
Dig deeper.
Talk to other investors.
Get their experiences.
Read reviews.
Okay.
Explore online forums.
Do your due diligence.
Due diligence is key.
Got it.
And don't be afraid to ask questions.
Of the experts.
Yeah, like the folks at OceanWwp.
Right, they've seen it all.
They've seen it all. They know the market inside out.
Okay, so research.
And then think about your rental potential.
Right, if you're planning to rent out the villa,
Yeah.
you need to make sure it's appealing to tenants.
So location is key.
Location.
Location.
It's got to be close to the action.
Right. Or at least close to something that people want.
Beaches, restaurants, shops.
Exactly.
Yep.
And then think about the amenities.
Does it have a pool?
A pool's pretty much a must-have.
Yeah, in Phuket.
Yeah.
Okay.
A gym is a nice bonus.
People like to stay active on vacation.
They do.
Right.
And of course, the villa itself needs to be well-maintained and stylishly decorated.
It's got to look good in those photos.
It's all about the photos these days.
Right.
People are booking online.
First impressions matter.
They really do.
Okay.
And finally, choose your location wisely.
Right, we talked about the different areas.
Bangtao, Kamalayan.
Right.
Each one has a different vibe.
Right.
Different pros and cons.
So think about what kind of experience you want to offer.
Exactly. And what kind of return on investment you're looking for.
Okay, got it. Location is key.
Location is key.
So what's the big picture here?
What does the future hold for these eco-friendly luxury villas?
Good question.
Well, OceanWwp, they're pretty optimistic.
They are.
They think this is just the beginning.
The beginning of a trend.
The beginning of a trend.
Okay.
They believe that the demand for sustainable properties is only going to grow.
It makes sense. People are becoming more eco-conscious.
Exactly.
They're willing to pay for it.
They are.
So developers are going to respond to that.
Right. They're going to build more eco-friendly villas.
Exactly.
And they're going to get even more innovative with their designs and technologies.
Right. It's all about pushing the boundaries.
Yeah. Pushing the boundaries. Yeah.
Okay.
So we might see things like smart home systems that optimize energy use, advanced rainwater harvesting systems, maybe even things like geothermal energy.
Wow.
It's all about minimizing the impact on the environment.
While still providing that luxury experience.
Exactly.
Okay, so it's a good time to invest.
It seems like it, yeah.
If you're looking for a solid long-term investment with the added bonus of being eco-friendly.
And enjoying that incredible Phuket lifestyle.
Can't forget about that.
Can't forget about that.
All right, so we've covered a lot of ground here.
We have.
What's the key takeaway?
Well, I think the key takeaway is this.
Okay.
Investing in an eco-friendly luxury villa in Phuket, it's not just a financial decision.
Right, it's about values too.
It's about values. It's about sustainability. It's about contributing to a better future for Phuket and for the planet.
I like that.
And at the end of the day,
yeah,
it's about living a life that aligns with your values.
That's what it's all about.
So here's a final thought for you to chew on.
Okay.
As we become more aware of the interconnectedness of everything, how might that change the way we value property?
Interesting.
Well, we start to prioritize things like sustainability and environmental impact.
Maybe even more than things like square footage or fancy finishes.
It's an interesting question to consider.
It is.
So as you're thinking about your next investment, think about the bigger picture.
The impact.
The impact, exactly.
All right, I'm going to think about that.
Good.
Thanks for the deep dive.
Thanks for joining me.